Hey, welcome back everyone. It is time for another red hot cover call video. Well, hey, look, we're back behind the mic. We're going to do a 10-minute trade video review here. We're going to talk about a recent trade I did with 3M. Now, the reason I want to show you this trade is because a lot of you out there want to use your buy and hold stocks to generate that extra dividend I always talk about, right? These great companies, they give those great dividends. You're holding the stock, buy and hold. I get it. But during their off months, right, their non-company event months, you'd love to do what I do. I use those stocks to generate that extra dividend through a covered call premium. Now, I do this very specifically with a certain strike price, which generates a certain premium. It's not me just doing an at-the-money strike and generating fat cash flow through the premium. I do this very measured. So today I'm going to show you how I do that with 3M, and hopefully it can be under 10 minutes. So let's get to this really quick. If you've never been to my channel, you're looking to generate cash flow, whether it's in retirement or you need to pay some bills, you found the right place. So what I want you to do is subscribe to the channel. It's right there. It's free. I come back every week, give you timely and relevant covered call trades. I show you the world through my eyes so you get more comfortable with this, and it is not a hurdle in your life to get to financial freedom. Look, you got to get good at this. You got to get your experience. I know there's a lot of you on the bench are afraid to do this, just like me some 6 years ago. But I'll tell you what, you do one trade, two trades. After 3 trades, you don't need me. You don't need anybody on YouTube. And hey, look, if you like this video today, bang that like button. It lets me know you like what I'm doing. Now, what I'm doing is this. I'm going to talk about my upgraded CTP dashboard membership. I give you 1 free month. We got Black Friday coming next week, so I really want you to think about this. In fact, after this video, I'm going to post my Black Friday deal that everybody jumped on last year. Couldn't believe it. Actually had like 50 new members sign up. I'll tell you what, being a part of my membership lets you see over the shoulder of a successful trader. Look, there's other memberships out there. I'm not sure any of them let you take a peek into the world of a real successful trader. Selling premium, putting cash on the table. And look, I give you 1 free month and it's like 45 cents a day. Are you kidding me? Be sure to go to ctpdashboard.com, click upgraded dashboard, and get your 1 free month. Now, we are going to go to the charts because I really want to zero in on my mindset here, right? Seeing the world through my eyes. So I own 200 shares of 3M, for which I've already written a covered call, but I also own 2 Leaps call options for the poor man's covered call. And quite frankly, I'm losing money on that trade, so I better get these Leaps options working for me, right? We're going to use a Leaps call option in lieu of owning the shares, and we're going to write a near-term 30-day covered call. Now, admittedly, I've lost money on these 2 Leaps because it expires just 2 months from now. And I'll tell you what, the stock probably will not get to where it needs to be for my Leaps call options to be profitable. But that doesn't deter me. We need to generate the cash flow for this month, and that's what we're going to do. So, with my 2 Leaps call options with 3M sitting on the bench, I'm looking at the charts here. And this is what I see. I see a couple things happening. First of all, we know 3M is just absolutely peeled off, and it got crushed down here at the bottom where they had earnings that were suspect. They also had the inflation bug hit them. Everybody in the stock market's getting crushed right here. So as the Fed continuously says, look, man, we are going to continue to raise rates so we can crush this inflation. Wall Street kind of says, okay, hands up, we're going to trade it. And there's so much value in the stock market. 3M is trading for under $110. I mean, it hasn't traded under $110 for years. So the value hunters come in, and guess what they do? They start buying it up. Look at this. Under 110, they rally it to 130x. Now, over the past 2 weeks, the market has had 2 up days, 1 down day. If you remember when the market started to seriously tank this year, they would always go down 2 days and up 1 day. Hell, maybe down 3 days and up 1 day. It did not have the feel that there was more risk not in the market. Okay, right now, I feel like there's more risk not being in the market because we're starting to base, we're starting to go higher. Companies like 3M are really starting to show that their support and resistance lines that they used to play with, Wall Street's bringing them back up. Now, 3M is one of those great dividend aristocrat stocks that everybody loves to own. They pay like $1.50. Well, that's why I love to hold them. Because what happens is this: as the stock starts to move towards its X date, it rallies into the X date. Okay, so there's a fat $1.50 dividend going to be paid. So Wall Street needs to use stocks like 3M that have the fat dividends to make sure their clients have income. That's how they generate income for their clients, fat dividends. And 3M provides that. So I think you understand that. So for me, this rally you see here is nothing more than a relief rally that the entire market sold off, right? So this is the sell-off. This is the relief rally. Once the relief rally happens, you can see 3M is starting to trade normally again, like it does back here, okay? Now it starts to get a little bump because inflation numbers are coming in better. Now all high tides are rising all boats, 3M being one of them. And with the ex-dividend date coming, Wall Street wants to be a part of it. So this is where I'm going to write a covered call at the top end, because what I believe is going to happen actually is happening. Let me show you the trade real quick. This is a 31-day covered call, November 15th. You could see picking the 135 strike. It was trading for 131. Now I have a whole plan as to how I pick my strike prices. I've done a video on that, and I always let the members know how I pick a strike price based on where a stock's trading. In this case, it's trading at 131. I like the 135 strike. Because of my plan, I execute the plan. I get $1.68 for this. Okay, so now I have two contracts. I get $1.68. I'm going to have the 135 strike. Now, understand, I'm down. I'm down on my leaps. Okay, look at that. I am seriously down almost $7,000 on my leaps. We understand that, and we are not in the fetal position on the ground, okay? Crying, spilt milk. No, that's not me. Look, if we're going to lose money, we're going to lose money. But along the way, we're going to make covered call premiums in the near term, because we have to put money on the table to pay the bills right now. Okay, we'll deal with this when it comes to tax harvesting and all that stuff for next year. And hell, I may not even do tax harvesting on this. I may just take the loss for next year. It is what it is. I would have loved to have been able to make money on my leaps call options. I didn't. Focus. Focus. We are going to use these leaps call options to generate near-term cash flow. Okay? Do not lose sight of that. And as you can see, that's what I talk about here with the members. I said, look, I opened this covered call largely because 3M has had a wonderful rally. I showed you that. And with the recent trading pattern suggesting a possible sell-off, yeah, I'm going to go ahead now and do this covered call. But the one thing I do not mention here is that the X date is coming. So when they pay a fat dividend, remember, X-dividend. Let's go to the chart. I'm going to show you what happens. We're going to talk about the X-dividend so you get clarity and a clear thought process from me. This would be a great time. If you like this video, bang that like button. I don't look at video views anymore, man. Look, at the end of the day, if you bang the like button, you're telling me right there you like what you're getting, okay? That's what I want you to do. Bang the like button right now. And be sure to remember, cptdashboard.com, click upgraded dashboard. I got one free month for you. Man, everybody takes advantage of the one free month. Do not be left out as we're starting to turn around, right? We're starting to get the kind of action that I said 2 videos ago was going to happen is happening. Okay? Look, cptdashboard.com, click upgraded dashboard. Would love to welcome you aboard. Remember, I had the 135 strike. It was trading for 131. I said to the members, look, man, with that trading trend actually potentially giving us a sell-off, I was going to use that opportunity to write a covered call with the expectations the stock would fall, right? So it's trading for 126 now, but you know when I placed the trade, it was trading at 131. Now you're saying to yourself, well, John, at 131, why did you think that it would not continue to go higher? Here's what I thought about. So when it peels off at the top here, it has had a tremendous rally. If you do the math on that, that's like 17%. And for it to get to another 135, look, 3M is a huge mover. Okay, it takes a lot to move 3M. It's like trying to turn an aircraft carrier around. It just doesn't happen on a dime. So, this huge run up, Wall Street's going to take profits. And now when I look at the resistance line, look at that. Okay, forget near term because that was just a sell off of earnings and the market crashing and all. Look, we want to look at this right here. This is your resistance line in the near term. And look how it broached it. It went through it. And then over the next couple days, it didn't hang. And we get that peel off. And sure enough, what you have to notice is this. I knew it would not hold the 3 days above the resistance line because the fat $1.50 dividend was coming. So what happens is this. 3M is trading for, let's just say, 130. It's trading for 130, okay? What happens is the night before the dividend is distributed, when the markets close, the company is going to release cash flow or money from the company, so it's taking value away from the company. Wall Street says, hey, look, you can't give away $1.50 a share and not have that reflect in your share price. So what happens is the next morning, the very first tick, the stock trades $1.50 lower than it did at the close. Okay? So understand that. That's why they call it X date. You have to be the owner on record prior to the X date. Okay? After the stock opens the next day, it will trade minus the dividend. This is why the stock opens up tremendously lower, $1.50 lower. It was trading for 131. I figured it's going to give that back. And again, this is a 31-day trade. 3M has had this tremendous rally up. If it starts to peel back, and if all those investors got their dividend, well, guess what? They're selling out of the position because, remember, it was trading at 131. It rallied a little bit, and then it peeled back. So now they have a little bit of stock appreciation plus the fat dividend. These are the moments I want you to eyeball. I want you to eyeball these moments when that stock starts to peak and it sort of gets tired, right? Look at this. The buying is not there, right? And the selling starts to creep in. But yet this thing has been on a positive move higher. That's when you start to notice these things. For me, I just notice this. It's natural for me because I'm watching all my stocks and all my buy and hold stocks that I use for buy and hold and dividend capture. Right? Covered call, dividend capture, that's what I do. I let my members know when I'm doing that. I have about 4 to 5 buy and hold stocks. Their purpose in my dividend is to buy them, hold them, stock appreciation, but collect that fat dividend. What I like to do is I like to put them in play on a company's off event months trying to collect that fifth dividend using a covered call, the premium being that dividend. Now, I didn't explain this earlier, but that dividend, maybe it's $1.50, right? It's $1.50. Notice I could have picked a further out of the money strike, maybe a 140, and that premium was maybe $1.10, but the stock's trading for 131. It would have to get to 140, and this thing started its run under 110. That's when I really like to use the deep out of the money call because the chances of it getting there, not likely. And even if it does start to get there, time is being compressed. Now I'm able to manage the trade. Even though we're getting closer and closer, the fear of my shares being taken is there. I'm able to manage the trade. This is why we use large S&P type companies that move like an aircraft carrier, slow and wide, right? They don't jump off the chart. That's why Bristol Myers, Merck, Intel, I'll tell you, these are great stocks for dividend capture, cover call dividend capture. Love using these stocks and collecting extra dividend using my covered call plus dividend capture investment strategy. Now, I know you're sitting there saying, look, man, nobody else is giving me this. Everybody's just putting out videos for their YouTube money. Look, it's absolutely hilarious that all these YouTubers, right, these influencers are getting their ass kicked because they promoted all that Bitcoin and it is just in the drain. And they have to do videos where they apologize to their viewers. You will not hear that from me. See, I put real money on my table. There's nobody paying me. There's nobody sponsoring me. And hey, trust me, I have deleted all those opportunities. You want to know why? This is not the purpose of my channel. My channel is to come here, show you the world through my eyes, so maybe you pull something from my video that helps you up your game. And if you wanted to join me on my membership, I'm here. I give you one free month. It's like 45 cents a day. You take a peek over my shoulder. You see every trade I do in and out. Then I tell you about possible trades I'm going to do, and chances are I end up doing them. I'll tell you what. I've been called a fake guru in the past, and I'll tell you, man, that makes me belly laugh because all I do is show you my trades, we talk about them, and maybe you learn something. Now, as a member, what you find out is I do hundreds of trades, and you get to see them all. You get to see the world through my eyes. Take advantage of the one free month. Go get it. Would love to welcome you aboard. Be safe, be healthy, most important, be lucky. Until next time, may all your covered calls be profitable.